How's it going, everybody? My name is Jacob Calvin. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about communication. Let's get right into it. Is it society that affects communication, or is it the other way around? Well, simply put, it's both. The way we interact and express our identities can change norms, but the very rules we communicate by are set by the society we live in. To change either, we must understand both. Communication is driven by our own implicit biases and how people will express themselves in reaction to those biases. Today, we'll review how those come about and how communication helps people exhibit their cultural identities in turn. First, it is key to understand how language affects perception. Word choice and delivery silently shape our entire view of reality. Small labels will differ a lot from language to language, revealing our cultural tendencies. For example, Chinese will differentiate between older and younger siblings with the words Gigi, meaning older brother, and Didi, meaning younger. Two separate words entirely. This not to mention differentiates in the rhythm and pace of the entire conversation. These differences in translation may clash in interesting ways. On an interpersonal level, a person learning a new language may have trouble picking up certain phrases or words that don't have an equal in their language. On an international level, a company may struggle to create advertisements for a foreign culture with its own norms. An example from the reading actually is Pepsi. In a Pepsi advertisement, accidentally told Taiwanese buyers that it was going to bring their ancestors back from the dead. In addition, even within one language, there may be multiple dialects or accents that differ vastly from each other. Distinctions in language lead us to form certain biases. Humans tend to show more respect towards people that speak similarly to them. This can range from small preferences like liking a southern accent to out-and-out discrimination, such as attacking an immigrant for speaking with an Indian or Central American accent. People may also wrongfully assume that somebody knows less than them because they cannot articulate themselves as well in English without considering that it is their second language. Speaking of perceptions, we must also consider how word choice affects a range of demographics and how they are spoken of. The word urban may be used implicitly to speak poorly of people of color. Pronouns may assume gender. Offensive or outdated terms like the F word for LGBT people or the R word for people with emotional or developmental conditions communicate to members of those groups that they are less than. With all this in mind, many people will adapt their communication or communication itself around these norms to better themselves. Code switching is crucial for this. Code switching involves using different dialects in different situations. Many people in call centers abroad will have to use a broadly American dialect to get their message across to customers in this country. Socially, a person may use code switching to navigate different cultural circles in their life. In a word with invisible borders based on language, code switching is a passport. Conversely, a person may take ownership to their cultural identity. Even if the world otherwise tells them not to, communication is crucial to this process. During non-dominant identity development, a person from an oppressed group may begin to openly question and argue with the norms they are held to. They may coin their own terms or labels to better suit their identity, ones that they've created instead of the groups that don't understand them. Dominant identity development occurs when somebody from a privileged group acknowledges and accommodates these changes. After a resistance phase, a member of the dominant group may adjust their word choice or how they speak on a marginalized group to make the members of that group feel more comfortable. Depending on the issue or environment at hand, a person could be both developing their dominant and non-dominant identity. This helps us improve communications to account for more groups overall by giving the power of language to affect those rather affected those in power. Words shape everything, including people's perceptions of themselves and others. So as I leave here today, we should always pay attention to how others use them and how we use language ourselves. Thank you so much.